Hello, KK team members. Hope you are fine and you are enjoying TPM journey. Today will be talking a little bit theoretical approach and methodology. KK pillar, it's a driver pillar actually, because he knows how their lines are performing, what different kind of losses, and what is the scope for doing the carrying out potential improvements. So this is a driver pillar. Now this clip is made for KK pillar members. Now KK should have in his team one member from each line. Whenever we study the line, that one member has to be a part of KK team. Keep it in mind, because we have to capture lot many losses, lot of information. Primarily, KK pillar targets are P for productivity, that is in terms of OLE. Since we are having line layout, we'll be monitoring overall line efficiency. Now, when we monitor the OLE, naturally OLE is a end result, how the line has performed. But if it is not performing as per the set target, we need to capture various losses occurring on the line. Now for your ready reference, you please refer this slide number 15 on which I am talking to. When you go through this video, please refer to slide number 15, that is KK pillar. Now, 16 type of losses that can happen. Some of the losses may not be applicable for your line, but you should be knowing it. What are the 16 different type of losses? OL is always availability, performance, and quality. So all put together it becomes OLE. Now what are the availability losses? Shutdown loss, breakdown loss, setup change loss, tool change loss, minor stops, major and adjustment loss, logistics loss, no material loss, manpower not available loss. I'll be sending you OLE tree, loss tree. But if you request Narkede sir, he can provide you for better understanding. Or even if you refer to our JIPM presentations, you will get the loss tree. Don't worry about that. So these are availability losses. Then what are the performance losses? Those are always speed loss and minor stops. Speed loss means you have set a cycle time for your line, but for some or the other reasons, line is not running as per that cycle time. There can be many reasons. And second loss in performance is a minor stop. And third is quality loss, means how many defective pieces produced out of the production and whether line was stopped for the quality. So all this put together, it becomes a OLE. Now when we are going to take corrective actions on all these losses or doing kaizens for these losses, Losses are happening means all these kaizens or corrective actions will come into the reactive approach. So all oily related kaizens, corrective actions which will help us to eliminate or reduce the losses, it comes into the reactive approach. Keep it in mind. Now next parameter of the productivity is production per hour. Now, people have misunderstood this parameter. Many people calculate what is the production we did in a 8 hour shift and divided by 8 hours. That is my production per hour. But it is not so. Production per hour improvement goes by doing debottlenecking kaizens, by reducing the cycle time. How to increase the output with the same setup, with the same manpower, with the same resources. Just by studying the line balancing, identify bottleneck stage, and try to do the debottleneck kaizens. That way, there is a scope to reduce the cycle time and increase the output with the same resources. That is the parameter of production per hour. It is not a calculation. Please keep it in mind. And this is all proactive and preventive. Means suddenly customer demand increases and they ask for more quantity in delivery schedule. So KK Pillar will always think how to increase the production and productivity from the same setup, from the same line, by studying the line balancing and by doing the debottlenecking kaizens. Third parameter of P is output per man. Again, people just calculate it how much production, how many people were manned, that comes some output per man. But it is not so. Output per man can be increased by identifying NVA elements in the production activity, non value adding elements, by studying motion losses, by reducing the all these man related times, and by studying man machine balancing and reducing the man content out of each operation or each stage, and by reducing the manpower, what is my output, or by keeping the same manpower, what is the production output I can increase by elimination of non value adding activities and motion losses by ergonomic study and all this. So again, this will also go into the proactive approach. So what I am trying to tell you, whatever corrective actions or kaizens will be doing for increasing OLE of the line in the same setup by eliminating the losses or reducing the losses, that increase in OLE by doing reactive kaizens or corrective actions. Production per hour and output per man will come into the proactive approach. Then next parameter comes cost improvement, cost reduction and cost improvement. There are two different way to look at cost. Cost improvement by reducing the wastage, by reducing the wastage. So what are the cost parameters for the operations? It is consumable, it is tools, it is energy, it is material. So for when it comes to material, it is always yield of the material. When it comes to consumable and tools, breakage and wastage is to be controlled. For doing that, that is the kaizens to reduce the wastage. And If we do some value adding proposals or value engineering proposals and improving the cost, that comes under the cost improvement category. Material yield also will come into the cost improvement category. It is not a waste control. So there are two ways to look at the cost and improving on cost. One by reducing the wastage of consumables, tool fixtures, energy, manpower. And second is by adding, by value adding or by value engineering, by improving yield. So cost can be improved by elimination of cost wastages, cost loss, that is called cost loss. And second category is cost improvement by VAVE proposal by material yield. So this comes as a cost improvement. This also is another target parameter for the KK pillar. Now third comes reducing the manufacturing lead time. Now why this parameter has come? Why to reduce the lead time? If we reduce the manufacturing lead time, we can operate with reduced WIP. That is the greatest advantage of reducing the manufacturing lead time. And we can speed up the delivery schedules. Now, when we study the manufacturing lead time, there are three components. One is actual process time, another is transportation time, and third is waiting time. Sometimes material wait or stops for some or the other reason. So manufacturing lead time need to be studied by studying these three components. One is actual process time, what is the scope to reduce the process time. Another is what is the scope to reduce the handling time, transportation time, and what is the scope for reducing the waiting time. Material should not wait from first operation till it goes up to the dispatch. So manufacturing lead time also is a third target parameter in KK pillar, which will help us to operate with the reduced WIP. Now why this WIP need to be reduced? Because WIP means working capital. If we can produce with the reduced WIP, we can produce with the reduced working capital. Now last, we'll be doing lot many MP worthy kaizens, reactive kaizens, proactive kaizens, preventive kaizens, out of which a few kaizens you can identify, some kaizen ideas which we can use in future for new product development, new process development. Those are called MP worthy kaizens. It comes in the category learning from the past. And those such kaizens we need to also forward it to development management pillar. So that such kaizens and kaizen ideas they will use proactively while product design and while process design, while equipment design, tooling design. So this is the overall approach and methodology for the KK pillar. Please try to understand studied way. This approach and methodology is very important our future TPM journey. And please mind well, KK pillar is a driving pillar. So KK has to be very, very, very active. I hope you have understood the KK pillar. Please try to educate our all KK pillar members so that they can contribute in our future journey. Rest of the things definitely we'll discuss while our visit. So keep these things in mind. Please try to communicate, educate all our KK pillar members. For today, this much is enough. Thank you very much. We'll soon meet. Thank you.